And we should be live. I am going to
Hello!
Hi, everyone!
Hello!
The video isn't just the super glitchiest. We will see how that works. But welcome back to
Yep.
TPK, the only show on the internet that is so prepared that we are an hour late.
Like
An hour and 15 minutes late.
Yeah.
Or we're just super early for next week.
Yeah!
We're just super early. I don't think that really works the way you want it to.
No, it does. Shut up.
No, it does.
Totally
Yeah,
how it
totally
works.
Yeah.
Oh god. Okay, so
Hold on,
last we left off, because it has been a while.
Hey guys, real quick, I'm not seeing on the live that we are officially faded in.
We should
Is
have like a 30-second delay, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 30-second delay. It
Okay.
should fade in about a second.
Yeah, because I'm watching it too.
Okay. Cool.
But yeah,
All right.
so
I'm gonna give it a like.
recently, last we left off, you guys had just wrapped up a pretty extensive look into one of your party's homelands and backstories and political setup. I say pretty extensive, and by that I mean not at all extensive, because you skipped all the political intrigue that I had set up for you guys to deal with, and then just skipped right to the bad guy.
I mean, like,
Yeah, that's what you
I mean,
wanted
like,
us to do, right?
That's
to be fair,
We...
fucking great. It's peak D&D. I love it.
but
We
here's
were
the
on
thing,
a
though.
time limit. We needed to stop.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, like, yeah, seriously. And also, like, that doesn't mean that Spurry's gonna let people get away with
Oh no,
it.
no! Now
He's just gonna walk away?
there's
Oh,
gonna be
no.
some fucking investigations and shit. But
Oh, hell yes.
anyway, you guys had wrapped up that leg of the arc by killing the usurper to Esmeralda's father's throne, dukedom, fiefdom.
The Great Cap, the Battle Master.
Yeah,
Mhm.
That's
the battle master had usurped the barony from Esmeralda's father. We are
Mhm.
still not getting.
no, we are. I checked.
We're
Yeah,
just
we're
kind
good.
of frozen at the moment.
Yeah, it's
maybe?
frozen.
Yeah, well, hopefully everybody can hear.
Hopefully.
At the very least, this is this isn't ideal.
Yeah, it is very, very frozen.
Yeah, it's.
Oh,
unfortunately
high
not-
lag.
Yeah, it.
Would we like to stream through mine?
I don't think
That might be better.
I think it'll be all right for now. We'll just figure this out today. We'll just deal with it for today, and then I'll have to do some test streams on my other channels. So I guess look out for that.
Yep.
You guys then had your sort of celebratory breakfast, where you guys decided to have a morning drinking game, essentially with the what the puck button, by pushing
Morning-
it
Weren't we all sober?
8 times.
Well, yeah, and the next day, Annalise still has to make that saving throw after the next 24 hours.
Yep.
I will remember this.
Yeah.
yeah,
to be great.
Yeah.
And
does have
then we
make some
had
saving
to
throws.
fight.
Annalise, I'm not
smart-
me. I never touched that thing.
Or, Annalise.
No.
I keep getting you
Yeah.
guys mixed up.
I know, it's like a recurring theme.
I mean,
And then
at
we
least...
fought an army, or not army, we fought a group of zombie skeletons, and I killed one with a watermelon.
Yep.
Yes.
A watermelon!
Watermelon.
Watermelon!
So, you guys...
And Vonthorn found out she's got a little bit of super speed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a little bit. Tabaxi. That's kind of
Yeah.
what they do.
Yeah, but
Tabaxi
she also...
do.
Yeah, but she also has a spell that makes her even faster.
Right, yeah.
Too bad
So-
she's not blue.
Good night,
Keep pressing that
everybody.
button, see what happens. Uh,
Oh, make me a blue tiger? Okay.
anyway, so you guys did all of that. You guys fought some skeletons, went up a couple of levels.
It was fun.
You guys
Oh,
went up
what
2
levels?
levels in that.
Well,
that
I
game.
mean-
you guys went up a level because you just guys went
Mhm.
up a level, and then you pressed the button and got a natural fucking 20.
Dude, that
What?
was amazing.
Yeah,
It was like
so
the
we're
best New Year's Eve present ever.
Yes.
That was fucking great. It was awesome.
Mhm.
And then yeah, and
Yeah,
a couple of
yeah.
you got some what's the word I'm looking for? Some new
Multi-classing?
yeah, extra classes added onto your stat sheets. One of you became a fuck-mothering vampire.
Yeah.
I wonder who.
Another one
It was Willow.
ended up, another one of you took a level in rogue. So
Yep.
You guys ended your morning by talking to the Baron and the King of the Realm, and you guys set up a bit of possibly the possibility to take another job on behalf of the kingdom itself, while the barons and the baron trainees were all busy dealing with the threat of a dragon wormling army invading.
Which that needs to get taken care of.
There are several large-scale political, smaller political situations breaking out in each of the fiefdoms around the kingdom. You guys were given the option to travel around the kingdom and lend your services to each of the baronies to help solve these particular issues. But instead of doing that right away, you decided, hey, we still need a break. We might do that tomorrow. Time to go to a drag bar, which is
Yes.
where we left off. As you guys are traveling through the town, being led by the native who both lives and somewhat runs the area to a particular favorite location where she goes to drink and let off steam. You guys come up to a building after going through narrow streets, and as you go through the streets, you notice the fashion here tends to be very, not quite revealing, but very like gender oriented, but not like what you would normally see. So a lot of the people here are, if they're a lot of seem to be wearing fashion that would be normally associated with the opposite gender, and they seem to be intentionally doing so. Some of them are like, even if they're not wearing the opposite gender clothing, they're wearing clothing that seems to aggressively represent the gender that they are. And as you go through the area, you begin to see it more and more as you come up to this building. Now, this is a 2-story building, and it's got these two sort of like, if you ever see those houses that have the little circular towers on like one end of them, you see like 2 of those go up on either side, and it kind of makes the whole house look like a small wooden castle, or the whole building, I should say. And there are brightly colored lights, like red, green, blue, purple, pink, all flashing from some of the cracks beneath the doorways and the windowsills, which are shut tight. And you hear loud music and some really impressive singing coming from what feels like some sort of performance coming inside, as Liz, or yeah, not Liz, sorry, Esmeralda, as Esmeralda kind of just walks up and just pushes open the doors, full force, I assume.
Sort of, yes.
Okay.
Not harshly, but yes, she'll open the doors.
I'm back, bitches.
Yeah.
Just standing up straight with her head held high. She's also
With your
kind of like,
fiancé?
yeah. Well, she is going to keep her arm wrapped around Callum, even with the mask. And she's gonna go, "Hello, I'm home."
Nobody hears you. The music is blaring. And people are cheering. People are screaming. As you guys walk up behind her and you look into this area, you see a long, narrow, sort of like runway type stage that goes up to a larger, like wider, like normal show stage. And there is a woman, you think, walking back towards the back of the stage with backup dancers. There's a band up there, and and this woman has this beautiful, just like long, tight red dress with the two slits that walk up the side, and you see the hips. And then they turn around, and you notice that is a drag queen. The big hair, the makeup, the long nails, it's all there. And you look around, and there are loads of people dressed in very similar manners. And the person up on stage, they are just singing, and they are belting it, and they are really good. You see over off to the side, on either side, there is a bar on both sides with benches. People are sitting there. They're ordering drinks. They're sipping their thing. They're cheering at the stage. Some people towards the who are like up at the stage, who are like got like those front row seats. They're up there. They're throwing like flowers and stuff on stage. The performer picks one up, smells it, and then like throws it back into the crowd. And you can barely hear yourself think. It is loud in this establishment. What do you guys do?
Yeah, this is awesome!
How do you know of this place again, Esmeralda?
I've been here quite a few times. It's actually quite popular with the locals. I love the fine folk here, and they sing amazingly, and they're wonderful performers. Plus, they have some of the best drinks in all of Greycap.
I'm learning so much more about you today.
Dude, this is awesome!
And you just see Volantharn just kind of like bouncing up and down in place, like not actually jumping, but like she's doing that little like stimming dance.
Yeah.
To the beat.
I imagine like the performers are like voguing their minds.
Yes.
Out, and they're like probably like rainbow lights everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Meanwhile, Willow's just wide-eyed and bright red. Not because of the lights.
Uh-huh.
Keep your head up, dear. The queens can smell fresh meat. And she's
I'm
going.
sorry, what?
And she's going. Ignore that statement, and she's gonna go right up to the bar. And she's gonna wave to you all. Come.
Grab Massey and I pull him along with us.
I grab Willow.
We have like a child with us.
At that, Cleo walks up behind Willow. I believe Cleo was still there, right? Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Cleo walks up behind Willow, and she just looks up to her. First time?
Yeah, this isn't very normal in Laston.
Yeah. I can imagine. Anyway, the corners to hide are there, and there. Lights don't really touch that area, they just kind of center on them.
Come on, Willow, let's get drinks!
And I grab Willow's arm and pull her to the bar.
Yes. We are not hiding here.
As you do, you swear you hear, just like off the corner of your ears, just like, bye. Oh, this is gonna be fun.
I walk up to one of the bars with Callum wrapped around me, and all of you behind me, and I wave one of the bartenders. Hello.
And the person who walks up to you is Mohawk, bright yellow with red tips. an eye patch, strong jaw. Not to be confused
Yo.
with strong jaw. No, anyway. And like corset, tight, leather chaps. It's big poofy shirt, pushed out, cleavage a little open, and they just come up to you. Hi, how can I help you?
I am Esmeralda Dillion.
Oh, I know who you are, sweetie, and can I say it has been too long.
I know,
You
hasn't
this
it?
person to be Darla.
Darla. That's a wonderful name. Darla, it's been too long, really. How have you been, dear?
Oh, you know, I've got to run this place and keep these bunch of losers in check. As all of the waitstaff look over at her and all raise a beer and drink from it. You're not totally certain whether they should have been serving them or if
Yeah, that's
they were
right.
just their own drinks. Probably a mixture of.
Of both, yes. Well, I brought new guests to my favorite establishment. These are my compatriots.
Oh,
Over there as well.
fresh meat.
I
What's
know.
your house specialty?
She's
As they pull out a cup, empty first, and then they pull one big, ornate, like twisted glass bottle with like all kinds of intricate designs blown into the glass. There's a skull in one, and then it looks like the glass is blown to represent like a fire coming off of it. And that's like an excess little thing, but there's like alcohol in it, like it's still a hollow like receptacle, and then they just pour just a little bit of that into the mug, and then they walk over to a tap, to a keg that's like an actual beer keg. Sorry, and then they like fill it up about halfway, and then they come back to the bar.
Mm-hmm.
And what they do is they grab two more drinks, one red, one blue, and they pour them in simultaneously and fill the rest of the mug up with it. And then as they set them down, like literally, they put both bottles down on the table, and as like you hear the thump of both bottles hit, fire erupts in the mug. And it just burns this interesting purple, or not purple, red and then blue, and then the two colors mix, and it becomes this purple, and it just poofs. And the smoke that it comes up just makes this, like, heart.
Oh, that is so cool.
Told you.
First
They
one's
have
on the
best
house.
here. The others are on you.
Okay.
I take
How-
a sip. What does it taste like?
Make a Constitution saving throw.
Yes! First roll coming back!
Oh, we're starting off strong, baby.
Yes, so good. Oh, how do I play D&D again?
Right?
Oh my god, okay.
What's this?
Willow's-
What's this dice with like 20 sides on it? It's so weird looking.
How to play this game.
Willow's just gonna say to Vonthorn, I think I need to be drunk right now.
Well, let's get you a drink
You
then.
came to the right place, honey.
I got a 7!
Oh no.
Total? With your Constitution score and everything?
My con is +2,
Amazing.
so I got a
Amazing.
Drunk Annalise! Drunk Annalise!
Oh man.
drag
So
bar.
you take a sip, and you feel this rush wash over you. What is Annalise's favorite flavor?
Ooh. Sea salt and
Mangoes.
no. Sea salt
That's fine.
ice cream.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so you get the taste, just this slight little sweet and salty flavor, run down your throat. And as like you just take a sip at first, and then this sensation runs through you. It's a familiar sensation, a happy sensation, a warm and ecstatic, a free sort of sensation. You know you felt it before, but you're not quite placing where, and you just down the rest of it.
Yes! Yes!
One go and you slam it down, and it's the best thing you've ever had. But you don't necessarily feel drunk. Euphoric, yes.
That's dangerous for her.
But not drunk. This is...
I could make out with a drink, I would.
I'm gonna say... No, I'm gonna leave it. Unless...
Yeah.
You know what? No. I'm gonna let you make a... Wisdom or intelligence saving throw.
Oh no!
Okay.
Oh no!
One you want to do.
Aren't my strong
Wisdom.
Whichever is lower, do that one.
No, because
No,
what if
it might.
Because
It actually does matter which one she chooses.
It's going to be very much down to Annalise how she chooses to react to this particular
Mm-hmm.
concoction.
That's an 11.
An 11.
For which
Of
one?
wisdom or intelligence?
Intelligence.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. You just let the feeling of euphoria and warm, just unconditional happy roll over you, and you swear you felt this euphoria before once. And it's up to you to decide whether or not it ended well or not, because you realize in this moment, this is the feeling of the first time you ever fell in love.
Oh,
Oh.
shit.
Oh. Annalisa's backstory. Annalisa's backstory.
Okay, but like, how are we defining love? Are we defining
necessarily bring up the person you fell in love with?
It's
That's
just that
on
feeling.
you to associate if you do. It's just the feeling of being in love for the first time. Somehow this concoction of magical ingredients and possibly alcohol have combined themselves to bring forward that feeling you thought was gone forever. That was a once-in-a-lifetime fleeting sensation that was thought to be lost forever.
Esmeralda, I see why you come to this place so often. Can I have another?
Oh,
well, okay.
That'll be one gold person.
Boom. Slams it on the table.
And she just does up the same stuff. This time, when she puts the red and the blue liquid in and it does the fire and the purple belches out into smoke, it's not a heart this time. It's just a wink and a star.
Ooh.
Okay.
Wait, is that just random every time you make that?
That's whatever I want it to be.
I want to try one.
And I put a gold down.
First one's
Willow's
free
doing the same.
First one's free for each of you. As
I'm
special
still putting a
friends
gold
of
down.
Esmeralda. And yeah, they pour you each your own, and it's a hefty Stein mug.
I won't be having any today. Just the wine for me, thank you.
And so, for Von Tharn, it's just the smoke brings out, and it's Darla. It's Darla's face, and a hand just blows you a kiss.
Oh, oh, that's so cool. Oh, I love it.
And let's see.
For Willow.
For Willow. Okay. Darla is sitting there mixing your concoction, and make a. What's your passive perception?
19.
Yeah, I think it's 19 now.
It's 19 because it's the same as mine.
Okay, so I'm gonna say you notice, because that's a pretty high passive perception.
I'm pretty
it's
yeah.
19.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you notice that Darla is studying you as she's doing it, and Esmeralda, you've seen this before. She's been doing it with everyone, and like they put in the mixture of strange concoctions and alcohol.
Mhm. Of potion number 1 and potion number 2, yes.
Yeah.
The red pill and the blue pill,
Yeah.
yes.
And the smoke this time belches into a cloaked figure that or a figure that has a cloak, looks at you, puts the HUD up, just as it closes like off to the face, you get a wink, and then poof, they're gone.
Good one.
They rolled a 20 on their fucking perception check, so a 20 on a
Nice.
D30.
Mm.
So yeah, that's what you each get.
I'm gonna take my sip.
Yeah, same.
You guys.
So
go-
con saving.
Yeah, go ahead and make a Constitution or Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. So Constitution is higher for me, and I also get a +1 on saves. It looks like.
Because it is
So-
technically a charm effect, sort of.
Mhm.
So
If it's charmed, I have advantage.
Ooh.
Right, because she's an elf.
Because I have advantage against being
that-
charmed.
I mean, but
it's
like,
a charm
I feel like it's-
potion effect, and it's not technically. It's a weird gray area.
does it still apply if like she's choosing to take the drink
Yeah.
and choosing to
really.
take the effect?
And I'm not even gonna worry about it.
Okay, all right.
So.
7.
Okay.
7. Okay.
And I got a 14.
Yeah, you guys drink it, and you guys feel very similar effects. Like if either of you have, if either of your characters have ever actually been in love before, the first time you remember truly knowing that you were in love with someone, and not like a familial love, but that true first romantic connection that you've ever had with someone, whether you've had it or not. If you haven't, it's a strange sort of warmthness that you've never quite felt, but you understand it to be something good. If you have felt it, then it's that nostalgia that runs through you, that just sort of a warm, happy feeling.
I would imagine for Von Thorn, while she doesn't, because she's never fallen in love with before, she hasn't really gotten to that point where she could like really focus on that. But for that feeling, it probably would remind her of like home and whatnot, and just the love of her family, like collective, that familial love or something like that. Kind of reminds her of that, but it's like
This is different.
Well,
It reminds me of.
Well, I will say this. As you drink and you feel that sensation, you suddenly start to think to yourself that, is any of your parents a bard? I can't remember off the top of my head.
there are family members who have gone the bardic path.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Sorry.
you remember a couple of the songs that they had wrote about love, about falling in love, and at the time, like, they made sense, but sort of, like, academically, right? Now they just make sense.
Oh, so that's what they were talking
Yeah,
about.
Willow's not been in love, at least not to my knowledge.
Yeah. So you just have this, like, sort of warm feeling. Has Willow ever had a crush? No. Yes. Willow has had a crush. So, like,
Willow
your
has?
cheeks flush.
Oh, yeah!
Your cheeks flush, and you immediately, for some reason, think of Esmeralda's brother, and you're not sure why, but your cheeks flush even more when you think about it, and you just make a performance check.
Oh, God.
Damn. That's like the worst one.
Meanwhile, Volthorn's sitting there is like,
Oh, that's what Zadkiel and Azakas were talking about. Okay. Huh. I get it now.
14.
14. Anybody else who's paying attention, go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay.
Do I have to? My passive is 19.
I don't think Annalise is paying attention.
Yes, just
His
because
skills.
Okay, alright, sure.
when you fail
No,
your,
she is.
your perception checks, it always ends up being hilarious.
God, why?
I
Yeah.
got an 18.
Okay.
Oh god. I'm sure it's not great. Yeah, not great. 11.
Okay. So, everybody but Esmeralda, ironically, notice Willow just flush. Her face goes bright red, and she just
Even redder than it was.
She just puts her hood up, and like her eyes keep darting over at Esmeralda for some reason, and just every time she does, it just gets more red.
Well, you okay?
I just down the rest of the mug.
And that
Just to
happy
hide my
feeling
face.
stays there. But you're also kind of like embarrassed, and you're not sure why, but it's like a happy sort of giggly embarrassed.
Is there a dance floor in this place?
Yeah,
or
be
is it all
careful.
just a stage?
Now be careful. Be careful with those drinks. They could be a bit overwhelming over time. So.
How do you
How
mean?
you make an addict?
Oh, you've already had your first sip, darling.
Okay. Oh, I get it now. Cool.
Mhm.
I'm gonna grab Massey by the hand and drag him over the dance floor and start dancing with him.
No.
Yeah. And you guys do it. First you start dancing, and he just stands there and he watches you, and he looks around, and he sees the other people dancing, and he sees what you're doing. And he just goes,
Yes!
and just flails his arms around. Like, he doesn't really understand what's happening, and as he starts looking around and doing it, like, he slowly starts to get better at it. Like, at first it's just like random flailing, and he just keeps looking around and studying people, and then the flailing starts to be a little on beat, and then he actually starts, like, within 5 minutes of you guys out there starting to dance, he's dancing better than you are.
Oh, it's a learning robot.
I mean, basically, yeah.
He's a learning squish.
A learning squish. That's what I'm going to
learning
refer to
ooze.
myself as from now on. Learning squish. Just to, like, have it on, like, a... Hello, my name is Learning Squish.
Willow, come on, let's dance.
And I grab
I'm sorry,
Willow and
what?
pull her to the dance floor.
What? I do not. I don't do that.
Come
Nope.
on, it'll be fun.
I don't do that.
I'm pulling
What?
her to the dance floor.
Yes.
Make a wisdom saving throw with disadvantage.
Me?
No, Willow.
No, her.
Oh, okay. Oh no.
After this, I'm going to be talking to Darla. But, yeah, I want to see how this plays out first.
Oh no. What did you get?
Please tell me it was bad. Yay!
In your head, you're thinking, no, I don't do that. I don't do that. No, I do not dance. Out loud, you're saying, as she's dragging you onto the dance floor.
Yes!
Regardless.
Yes.
Amazing. Pump up the jam.
Do you start dancing?
Can I?
Yes,
can I make a
I'm going to
performance
start
check to
dancing.
see how good my dancing is.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, roll a performance check.
Yes, I'm doing so as well. And
Am I
like,
rolling a performance check at disadvantage?
Oh yeah.
Not unless you're trying. Oh, okay, never mind.
Wait,
The
what
DM spoke.
what if I'm helping her with dancing? Can she roll a normal one?
No.
No. Okay.
You're all drunk off your mind.
He said,
like, are you
no.
kidding me?
Less drunk, more high.
So 18 plus
Not with the smoke.
3,
Okay.
21.
21. Nice. You're actually doing
Yeah.
pretty well. Massey's like only just barely started dancing better than you. You are dancing. You are like out there. You've had some practice.
Yeah. I imagine it like it's one of those teen dance movies, like Where this is like perfectly, it's like choreographed dance number kind of.
No, she
imagining like
Or it's Monica and Ross performing on TV. That
God.
Yes.
I'm imagining like the entire basketball scene from High School Musical.
Yeah, I can see it, just like without the basketballs.
Get it.
Or she might remember from the last time she watched Bonthorn dance because I got a 24.
Whoa!
I got a 9.
Will got a 9.
So you guys
That's okay.
are out there. Like as soon as you get out there, you Annalise and Massey just like without even trying, like full on work into each other's choreography and just like it's natural. You guys are busting it out.
We vibe.
Willow gets dragged onto the dance floor and she's just kind of.
Oh, no.
But she's also having like the time of her life.
It's sort of like,
just like
again, it's that sort of giggly, embarrassed, sort of weird euphoria type thing. Like you're embarrassed, but you're happy, but you're like, it like again, it's that teenage like first crush type of feeling washing over you. You're having a good time. You know you're making an idiot of yourself, but you weirdly don't care.
While they're doing so, I'm gonna look to Callum for a second. Do you want one, dear?
It's been a while since I've had one of these, but I don't think I need one right now.
Yeah, neither.
Oh, puppy.
Neither do I. I'll turn to Dala. So, tell me, darling, what has been the word? Give me the details. I've been away for so long.
Oh,
Spill the tea!
Spill that tea. Spill that tea.
has two goblets this time. Pewter with these sort of like dragon claws and like ruby eyes. Like ruby dragon's not claws, sorry, dragon's maw. Cupping these glass flutes. With like ruby eyes. And pulls out another bottle of pomegranate wine and pours a glass each.
Bless.
Oh, I know my regulars, darling. Well, it didn't take us long to get the word that old what's-his-nuts is already dead.
Would you repeat that? You're cutting out.
So, it didn't take long for us all to get the news down here that old what's-his-nuts is dead. Died in some secret cavern or something last night. You wouldn't have anything to do with that, would you, dear?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Of course you don't.
Fucking monster of a person.
Agreed. He'd been making life difficult here around here for...
What did he do to the locals? If you don't mind me asking.
Well, he put a bounty on each of you and your family's heads.
Right, and the pictures weren't even good looking. They weren't even accurate.
Well, really not your most flattering. But, if you're looking for something specific, and they put down the glass, and they glance down at the sort of groove in the bar. It would normally look like just a weird dent or like a mar in the bar, which stands out because otherwise the bar is pristine. But you know this mar to be here and on the other bar. And you know what it is. It's basically the bribe. This is where you put the bribe when you're looking for information.
Right.
So, what is it you're really looking for, dear?
I'm gonna go use the bathroom really quick.
She'll take a few gold pieces and very quietly slide them down.
And as you sort of, they plink sort of like easily into this little groove in the thing, and as you slide them in one at a time, they just disappear.
Right. I would like to know how he gained such support so quickly. I know he's the battle master, but let's be honest, he wasn't exactly the most charismatic man in the world.
Well,
And for as big as actions it took, it seemed that no one questioned him, no one fought against him.
well,
Why is that?
he seemed like a loyal enough person up until he turned face. I take it you didn't interact with the battle master terribly often, not even after getting engaged to his son, it seems.
Right, he was
At
very,
At that, you do notice a slight twitch of the eyes towards Callum, who is still wearing his mask.
she just holds him closely. Well, he was always, very, what's the word? Passive. It didn't seem to pay me much attention, except when my father was around. And, let's just say, if you thought my father was terrifying, he was just... His presence was, unwelcome whenever he was around.
So, before now, this is an out-of-game bit.
Mm-hmm.
Chartreuse has never actually been antagonistic, or even, like, he didn't even come across as creepy. He was just kind of a nice guy. Always concerned about the security of the fiefdom and the castle, which was his job. He took training the Grey Guard very seriously. It was originally his idea to create the sort of honor guard, which are those people who have those pins, but he posed the idea to your father, who then posed the idea to the king, who initially approved it.
Oh, okay.
Eventually approved it, but like it technically started with him. But like you wouldn't actually think that if you went through any of the proper channels. It's only in hindsight that you realize that, oh, that's what he was doing the whole time. So
Right.
a lot of Chartreuse's behavior has been illuminated in hindsight, but up until this, he's been fine. He consoled you when Callum died. He was there. He was supportive. He wasn't ever like overly invested. Obviously, he wasn't trying to be like super creepy or anything. But like, his son died, and his son was your fiance. So like, as any good father-in-law would, he did try to console you in whatever way he could. It's kind of a mixed bag looking back on it, knowing he's the one that technically killed him. But, there's that.
Well, if anything, how did the people react to the effects of his, behaviors, so to speak?
Confused mostly at first. He issued some order saying that there was an attack and that Greycap fiefdom needed to be protected. Said that he was going to erect some massive barrier. None of us were sure how he was going to pull that off, but, things happen. Anyway, he was originally recommended to the position that he's in now, since you asked. By Lord Nightcourt.
Do I know that name?
It is. The Nightcourts are one of the handful of noble houses in Greycap Castletown.
Okay.
They run one of the districts the sort of like entrance district in particular. They're the ones who own the most land in that area. They kind of are the mercantile sort of house. They handle a lot of the trade and the business, the exchange and selling of goods, which is why most of the shops are set up towards the entrance area of Grey Cap Castletown.
Mm-hmm. Lord Nightcore. Really? Interesting. How long ago was that, would you say? Must have been some time.
Before you were even born.
Right. Alright. Do I know if Lord Nightcore has any children?
Court. There's a T.
Oh, Night Court. I'm sorry, I thought
It's fine.
cool. Mm-hmm.
Nightcore.
That
Lord of Nightcore.
Yeah. You know that there is the heir to the Night Court estate.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There is two other siblings. There's the eldest, who is the son. He's to inherit everything.
Mm-hmm.
Then there are two other siblings who are just kind of like well-to-do socialites type things. They're not really, they don't really do anything but like go to clubs, party. They're popular for being popular, kind of a thing. Famous for being famous type stuff. They tend the middle child has a bad reputation with kind of being a not really a womanizer, because he doesn't limit his choices to just women, but
He's very promiscuous.
yes.
Okay.
But he never really stays with one person very long,
Mm-hmm.
and usually not one person at a time.
Mm-hmm. Right.
The youngest
Mm-hmm.
is just kind of in the social scene.
Mm-hmm.
They go to all the most popular clubs. They attend all of the well-to-do balls. They are always in the latest fashion, in the most expensive clothes, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. I'm just imagining like the weird medieval version of the Kardashian.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of is. So the youngest is Vanellope.
Mm-hmm.
The middle child is Aldanver.
With a name like Aldanda. Okay, interesting.
Aldanver, V.
Oh. Okay.
And then the eldest is Preston, named for his father.
Much better name. Interesting. Right. No, I mean, well, to be frank, I had my share and my tie-in with the whole chaotic experience concerning Chartreuse, but I actually did not kill him. But we stopped him. Myself and my friend Hannah, and also the others.
Do the perfect like slide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, all three of you like slide into a dab.
Yes.
I did also post in the general chat of our Discord.
Yes.
I also posted in the general chat a video I found on YouTube as to what I can imagine the three of us would be like.
Oh god, I can't wait to see the fan art for that.
No, just someone does like a gift fan art like an animated fan art of Annalise, Swanthorn, and Massey doing.
Right, all right. Well, thank you. Yeah, it's appreciated. I mean, I know it wasn't difficult to coerce you, however, it is much appreciated nonetheless. And I've never had this conversation with you ever.
Oh, what conversation? As they pick up their goblet and they down it in one go.
You are seriously one of my favorite people. Do you know that?
Oh, I'm everybody's favorite people, dear.
Mm-hmm. All right, speaking of, are there any new performers arriving soon?
Well, there's... No one new, just the usual haunts.
Oh, all right. No new talent?
Hard to drill up business when, a tyrant has taken over your capital.
Right. Enough. And now, the word on the circle is transportation between fiefdoms is going to be a little bit more restricted.
Well, I've heard that for the well-to-do, at least, it will be. For everybody else, it's business as usual.
Right. One of the times I wish I wasn't so privileged.
Speaking of travel, I hear there's a new means of luxury travel out on the market. Very prototype, very hush-hush. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you? And a couple more of those gold pieces pop up in the groove again.
I don't know. Quite many new advancements in technology since my visit around the fiefdoms.
Well, this would be, and they pull out a bottle of wine, but it's noticeably not the same bottle of wine.
I'm sorry, what, can you repeat that? You cut out for a second.
Yeah. So they pull out another bottle of wine, but it's noticeably not the same bottle. They tilt it to pour into their glass, and there's this intricate design there, like lots of twisting leaves and things and branches and thorns and brambles. Make a intelligence check.
Oh, wonderful. I'm going to get my middle dice. My middle dice are usually very nice. If I can find one. Or I can use my... Can't find my middle ones. Oh no. Oh well, I guess I'll use one. Intelligence? Okie dokie. Pull up character sheet. And it's... Did I really close it? What the hell is wrong with me? That is strange. Come on, baby. Please. It's very low. I wish my intelligence was... It's very low. It's 8.
Okay. You don't... There's something about that bottle that, something in the design, not the whole design itself, but something in there looks familiar. But you can't...
Can I look at Callum and eye him to also glance at the bottle?
Make another perception check.
Perception? Okay. This time I'm going to use the black. There we go. Perception. Oh, it's even lower. What the hell is wrong with me today? I haven't even drank any. Never use fancy dice, children. And also, I should have never listened to you to warm up my dice. I had a 19 my first roll. I was like, maybe I should follow that advice. It's a 9.
Okay. So, you don't notice anything. There's just... you swear to God, and you only see this because you know the man so well. There's just the hint of a smirk underneath that wolf mask.
Well,
As they put the bottle away. And pick up their glass.
right.
There's some secret clandestine group out there who has sole proprietary over this revolutionary new luxury traveling caravan of sorts. It's a magical entity.
Well, I cannot speak for any organization. I cannot speak on behalf of any organization. However, my compatriots and I did acquire a very fascinatingly exquisite carriage while I was sidetracked in West. There was a very talented warlock, right? Warlock.
Enchanter would work too.
Enchanter, that had proved as a great, not only to the fiefdom, but to the kingdom, as I saw him collaborating with some of the ups. And we came across this carriage he was fabricating, and thought it best to offer our services in testing the prototype, if you will.
I see. And would you by chance know this man's name?
Oh, I'm sure he'll be famous one day. He's looking to expand, I'm sure.
As
Garland.
Oh, okay. And a few more gold coins pop up into that groove, and then they say, "I'm sorry. I'm sorry I couldn't get that name out of you." And they just sort of squint. And then suddenly it hits you. The design that was in that bottle was a heart with a pentagram and wings in it. A faint, sort of almost invisible...
I did say that... I said Garland, though.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's what they're saying. This is you don't know that name. Don't associate that name with this thing.
Well, she's not going to say anything about that, because, again, it's not on her to say much. All she said is that the carriage was bought by Garland.
It's just so sad that you forgot the vendor you bought it from.
It was
bad for that.
Oh, right, I know. Just such a shame. I'm sure it'll pop in.
I'm sure it will eventually.
But not too much wine.
Definitely.
Buzzes the head. Oh. Well, I adore our exchanges. Always. I adore our exchanges always, but I believe it's my chance to get a better view of the entertainment. Even though I glance over to the others. Even though I'm sure it's not necessary.
And, you see them, all three of them, do simultaneous in-sync backflips.
What about Willow?
Willow is just
I imagine she's also trying to do flips, but it's kind of like how, some kids can do amazing cartwheels, and there's just one kid doing, barrel rolls.
I will let you roll for that.
I kind of... Yes.
Performance at disadvantage?
Oh,
I also kind of imagine at one. I kind of also imagine at one point, like, Massey with his tentacles do that whole, like, spin move with both Annalise and Volthorn and then spin them back into the tentacles.
Oh, no. He does that, but with his arms, but the arms stretch out.
Extend, yes! Yes!
Like
Yes!
Mr. Fantastic in the second
Yes,
Fantastic
exactly.
Four.
That's the scene I was looking for!
Yes!
Okay, now I know what that
Amazing.
scene is. I can actually
8.
look for it proper now.
Oh. Amazing.
You sit there, you're kind of like digging, you've kind of like leaned into that sort of euphoric feeling at this point. The embarrassment in being in a crowd like this is largely fading, and you just kind of like look into it, and you see them do these like 3 backflips in a row, and you just I can do that, and no, you can't. You make it about halfway, and you face plant hard.
Oh
no! Just get back up. You immediately bounce back up, and everybody stares at you, and you just and keep dancing like nothing fucking happened, and everybody just goes, yeah!
Yeah! Go Willow!
And she just turns to Callum Dollar. The sight is almost sweeter than this wine. Almost. But yes, no.
We love you too, Liz.
We all deserve it, really. Please treat them well. Or at least for the time that we're here. I'll be leaving soon. Hopefully not too terribly soon, but it will be some time till I return. Possibly.
Well, if you ever need information or information sent anywhere, you know who to come to.
Oh, right. I can always contact you, and I do have some other resources of my own, but it's very much appreciated. Now, could you please, I haven't done this in so long, who is the best jeweler that you know in these parts?
Well, and they start to run down a list
Mhm.
of some,
Right.
more high-end jewelers, people you actually have worked with a couple of times.
Mm-hmm.
Couple of ones that seem to be have set up shop only recently, within like the last few months.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them were just starting to make a name for themselves just before you left.
Mm-hmm.
So you get a few of those names. I don't have any of them
Right.
off the top of my head.
Okay, no, that's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you get a few names and a few places to get some
Mhm.
jewelry done.
Mm-hmm. And one more thing, and she'll pull up a few more coins. I understand that Lord Nightcourt was involved in the promotion of Chartreuse, and that's all well and good, but I would also like to know more about any recent dealings or any recent activities that seem a bit off more than usual,
Well,
if any.
the whole ordeal with Chartreuse is the big thing that just happened.
Mm-hmm.
But there are reports coming in from all over the country. Each of the fiefdoms are having some sort of difficulty right now. All
Mm-hmm.
of them seemingly unconnected, and then I hear something about dragons. And again, this is a situation you have found yourself in numerous times when dealing with Darla. They have
Mhm.
information that should be impossible for anyone to have.
Mm-hmm.
Because no communication has been able to get in and out of Grey Cap till yesterday. So how could she possibly know about the dragons?
Well, yeah.
Or anything
That's-
else?
Right. That's what she's asking about things like locally, but just to make sure there's nothing else going on like know, like, oh man, there have been some like shadow people hanging out in like the far east side of like
There was 6
Grey Cap or whatever.
dinosaurs.
Nothing like that. I know, right? Yeah, like something off.
Well,
Oh.
let's see. That old tower in the middle of the lake, a few miles south of here,
Mm-hmm.
the old abandoned tower there, you know, the one in the center of the whirlpool.
Yes.
It's been cited to have some lights flickering on and off, fires burning in certain windows, shadows moving in the light, that sort of thing. Ever since we got first word about those dragons over in the west.
Interesting. Right. Oh, who could possibly want to live up in a place like that?
Probably a crazy wizard, let's be honest.
Mm-hmm. Right. Well,
Nobody's been seen going in or out, so...
no one?
How could you? It's in the middle of a giant lake in the center of a raging whirlpool that would drag down even a galleon-class ship.
I don't. Sometimes it seems that even the wind has eyes.
Don't get paranoid, dear. It does you no good. Plus it creates wrinkles.
Right. That's true. God. Can't imagine myself with crow's feet.
Well, we all get there someday, dear.
And she kind of like, her eyes sort of like, oh right. I'm technically dead. I might not actually get there.
Out of character, I was about to say, you can't get to that anymore.
Of course. Well, thank you so much for everything, truly. I'm going to be taking my seat, of course. Could you have them pull a couple more chairs for us, just in case they want to partake in the performance?
Sure. And Darla snaps their fingers, and 2 of the servants come. Prepare Esmeralda's usual box, please.
Thank you. Truly. Bless. And she'll walk up with, Callum.
Yeah, and there's seats for everybody in the box.
Mm-hmm.
The rest are still out dancing or attempting to dance, but...
Oh no, even if they don't come, like, I'll make sure I wave to them where I'm going. Like that, but even if they don't come, I'm going to be watching from the top of my box seats, just sipping my wine.
Fonthorn waves back.
Halfway through the performance, I want to slip away from the rest of the group. And I want to go to the bar and try and take the fancy jug of alcohol magic.
Yeah, you're gonna steal?
I'm gonna steal it.
Oh my
God!
The fancy one because it's pretty and fancy.
Oh, you mean
Okay,
that one? Give me. I mean, you do this. I'll see the results. I'll be right back.
Oh my God!
Okay, Fern.
Meanwhile,
She's my favorite character.
Meanwhile, Vonthorn and Massey and Willow are still dancing unless they notice her slip away.
Do I notice?
Stealth. Okay.
This is up to everybody's passive perception.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's 18.
I notice.
I do not.
So does Esmeralda.
I do not. I am having just a ball of a time dancing. Especially now that Massey has learned how to dance.
So when Darla's looking the other way, serving another person, I'm gonna try and take the thing.
Oh no.
Behind the bar.
Oh.
You feel like you've gone unnoticed.
Oh dear.
Look down. There's nothing there.
Damn it.
As you see,
Well.
Darla gets up, walks across the bar, reaches under for nothing, pulls out a bottle, pours it, puts it back, and it's gone again. It's like it's not even there.
Well, then, in that case, I'm going to sit there for a second and carve Annalise was here, where the bottle should be.
God damn it.
Yes. Sleight of hand. That's plus stealth.
It actually should be its own check.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay, so that's 14.
You seemingly go unnoticed. As you finish, the wood, you see your name carved in, and it just... and it's flush again.
Motherfucker!
Poor Annalise.
Is there anything else behind this bar?
Make a perception check.
Okay. See, so that's a natural 18 plus 1, so 19.
Give me my dice back. So you see it disappear, and you begin to look around, and then you notice somebody's standing right behind you. And it's Darla,
Hey!
just leaning down on the bar, smiling the most welcoming smile you've ever seen.
You have lovely eyes.
Thank you, darling. I put a lot of magic into keeping this place upkeep. Sorry to disappoint. Try one of the tables.
It's very nice. Smarter than most of the bars I've been in, so it's for you.
Try one of the tables towards the stage.
Okay.
As you make your way out there and you lean up towards one of the tables and you look underneath it, a bunch of different like carved in, like some of it's like really intricate calligraphy. Some of it's just like Tom was here. Like, there's like one side, like an entire section of the underside of this table is like straight up. It's like straight up graffiti, but with a knife. It's like
is that like S symbol that you learned to draw in middle school there?
Please.
You do see something that could look something like that.
D&D equivalent.
Yeah.
It's a J.
Wait.
It looks
Is,
weirdly like a D20.
Yeah.
is there like also for Annalise? Is there also like a weird like kind of a dragon thing with like stick figure feet and a giant muscle arm trogdor shooting flame out of its mouth? Yes, I'm making a Trogdor reference.
Sure.
Oh my god. Do you not? Oh my god. You do not know who Trogdor is.
This is beautiful. Carve.
And you get to carving away with the practice
Anna-
you write your name was here.
Annalise was here.
Yeah.
Of course. Right. How long has it been so far? Has it been a few hours?
It's been
Minutes.
about probably since you've got you spent an hour talking with Darla, them dancing, so on and so forth.
Hmm.
Unless there's anything else you guys would like to do at this bar or anything else you guys wanna.
I want to actually get drunk.
Yeah, and you do so. Make another Constitution saving throw. This time with disadvantage.
I'm done carving. I go to Esmeralda's table and put like
Constitution
my feet up on the
saving
table.
throw with
It's
advantage?
It's a balcony booth.
Yeah, it is.
I,
Assuming there's still a table there.
Yeah.
Con save with disadvantage.
disadvantage.
So take the lower number.
Oh, it was 2 13s.
Ooh.
Plus,
You don't want a high number if you want to get drunk.
Right?
well, this
I think it's
how long it takes.
Oh, okay.
She's going
think
to
it's
get
a-
drunk. It's to what degree?
That is 15.
Alright, so it takes about 2-3 hours. You're holding your liquor pretty well this time. But yeah, eventually you get plastered as the night goes on. Is there anything anybody else wants to do?
So Vonthorn will keep dancing with Massey. However, at some point, she will pull Massey to the bar and see what the strongest drink Massey can get.
We got a bucket. We're gonna need a bucket.
Yep. And I make sure to have the bucket with me.
Alright. Are you buying a whole bottle again this time?
Depends on how much the bottle it is.
Alright, well, if you want to get a whole bottle of their strongest thing, it's going to be 15 gold for the bottle.
Mm-hmm.
And they bring out a bottle, and this time it's shaped. It's a tall cylinder bottle, kind of like think kind of like a Smirnoff bottle.
Okay.
But instead of just a cylinder, it's flames. Like it's a jet of flames.
Amazing.
Again, it's blown into the glass, like it's actually part of the vessel.
And how much for and how much for that whole bottle?
15 gold.
I'll take it.
Hold on. Do. And then...
Is your life's goal just to get Massey constantly drunk?
We have to build
By the
up his
way-
constitution somehow.
You're right, and this is how you do it. Okay.
Yeah.
Totally. I mean, that's how I did it.
This is like 5,000 for alcohol.
Right?
Yeah.
And then I take the bottle, hand it to Massey.
Hey, Massey, try this stuff.
God. What were you gonna say? But how much what?
How much gold do I lose in getting drunk?
We'll say, unless you're getting more of that special drink, and I froze.
Yeah, you
No.
did.
We can still
You
hear
did.
you.
Yeah, we can still hear you.
Unless you're getting more of the special drink or some other type of specialty, probably no more than 2 or 3 gold.
Okay.
Oh God, what? I want to see what happens with Massey because.
Yes, please.
Oh no!
Just downs it in one. Oh, did my phone die or something?
I don't know.
Oh no!
Oh no, did
Oh.
the die.
BY, you're frozen.
Yeah, it stopped connecting.
Well, here. How about while you do that, I'll turn to Annalise, who's with the table with me, and while you have that figured out,
Yes.
enjoying yourself.
This place is wonderful.
Knew you'd like it. Isn't it? Just. Oh, go ahead.
Willow's gonna go over to you guys as well.
Isn't it? Isn't it incredible? Just.
The drinks. Whew.
Mm-hmm.
Felt that in a while.
You have to be careful with that. They'll get you in trouble.
Trouble where I do best.
Mm-hmm. Is just for like, just I don't know, just for like flavor's sake. Is there like a corner near us? Like, are we by a corner? By a seat? The seat
you're
where-
in, like a center booth. Like you're
Uh-huh.
completely secluded by yourself. Like you
Oh,
have
right,
your own
okay.
box.
Right.
Like think at like when you're at the theater.
Right.
Things back. You have your
Okay.
own box seats.
Right. I'm going to turn behind me, and just because I'm curious. Cleo, did you manage to catch up that conversation? Since you
just.
Mm-hmm.
You don't hear anything. There's no response.
Hmm.
It doesn't seem like Cleo
Unfortunate.
is behind you.
Unfortunate. Alright then, well, I'm glad all of you are having fun. Please enjoy your drinks, enjoy food, and enjoy the entertainment. I'm sure it'll the next performance will be starting soon. You know, at first I was going to ask your opinion on something, but then I realized what you just drank.
Well, I gotta ask. I reach over and I put my hand on hers. Honey, you died. How are you doing?
Well, I'm not dead.
Technically.
Okay. I'm we'll be over. Just another transition to phase through, I suppose.
Always going through those.
Well, that's all of us will go through for the moment we're born. From crawling to walking, walking to running, from babbling to speaking, and to giving speeches in front of storm giants. It's
Stuff of legend. Though most people stop changing at the death point, but you just kept going. I have to admit, it really matches your aesthetic incredibly well. Like you were made for this.
like I was made to be always changing.
No, like you were made to be a dark, beautiful, dangerous creature of the night.
Oh my, if only I had some sort of device to hear you say that every day.
Wait, isn't your god like the god of life and death? Like how is that working with you now being alive and dead? Is he mad at
So
you?
I don't know, I don't believe so. Boss is the deity of transition. It is partly why the folk here tend to flock to Grey Cap fiefdom. People are allowed to change and adapt and develop to who they truly want to be, and they do so here freely and without judgment or worry or any fear of harm to them, because we hold sacred spaces here specifically for that. Me personally, when I took up my family's occupation,
Clergy.
broadly, clergy, there we go. Well, I mean, it's also like their job.
Yeah. But it's also like you joined the clergy, literally.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Afterwards, to me, death in life is, you say, the ultimate transition. And she looks to Callum and she kind of like holds his hand a little tightly. I held that tenet in that belief that, with a few exceptions, light exceptions, that transition shouldn't be meddled with, because it can produce very dangerous and very malice results. But
Callum hears this and he kind of looks over to you and you were really sheltered.
Oof.
You know, I've always thought that too.
It's just, with what I've learned about... You should really talk to your dad and brother.
well, if anything, maybe it was just my own sort of negligence. My father was actually encouraging me to explore this new transition. So, if anything,
I imagine he would. Like
Insight check.
Go for it.
That's a 4.
I strongly...
well, you're drunk, so it's fine.
I strongly encourage you to talk to your father.
Well, I mean, he already knows.
Specifically about... Well, you wanted to learn more about the Sharshi, right? You should ask him about them.
I don't know if he'll be willing to speak on that matter anymore, since, my position is still the same.
Right, but
That
now
information was never
exists.
supposed to be passed to me, right?
So
Doesn't mean that he'll continue to keep his secrets, because they belong not to me, but they belong to him and to my brother. You know that.
right.
And I, unfortunately.
I think there are some things he should be telling you, given what you just said. Probably should have been telling you the whole time.
Right.
Yo, Bonthorn, hold on to that bottle for me. It's really pretty. I want it.
Right. I imagine as we're having this conversation now, it's Massey being.
Actually,
happened?
speaking of Massey, does he turn into a puddle?
Yes.
He does not turn into a puddle?
Of course he does.
In the
Bucket you go!
You made an insight check. What was it?
Oh, it was a 4.
Oh, you noticed jack shit.
Yeah.
Like looking underneath this table for more of that stuff. You find it, by the way. More calligraphy, more all kinds of really cool artwork carved into the bottom. Some of it's like got like color and shit. Like somebody came in here with paint and shit. There's like this one drawing of like a little blue tiefling. It's really weird.
One drawing of what?
There, what?
Of a little blue tiefling. It's weird.
Weird.
Right. And
Look
then,
at that.
is that like a weird cloaked figure with green that kind of looks like a dick? Huh!
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh.
Looks like a dick in a green cloak.
Oh, and Ryan, I posted in the general chat what Trogdor looks like.
Oh, I
Educate
do.
yourself.
I am a fan of the smiley face with the googly eyes and the teeth sticking up.
Right.
That one is lovely.
It's underneath the table,
I'm
so unless
assuming-
you're on the floor on your knees,
Yeah.
you're probably not looking at it.
I'm assuming as they start talking about like politics and family stuff, she just gets more and more bored, stops listening, looks
Yeah,
under the
no.
table, then sees Massey turning into a pile of goo and sees the pretty bottle, and that's when she shouts at Vonthar.
Yep. And then before I like turn to like catch up with the group, I actually turn back to the bar.
What do you have that is fruity?
Darling, turn around.
Yes.
I meant in drinks.
Oh. And like they pour you basically the medieval equivalent of an apple martini.
And how much is that one?
Like a silver.
A silver. I'm giving them a gold.
Yeah, tip them well.
Yes.
They do great work.
Appreciate it, dear.
Gee, this is great.
And then I take my apple martini and my bucket of Massey and go to the group.
And the bottle, get the
And the
pretty
bottle.
bottle.
The
Yeah.
bottle's
I'm
in my
guessing-
pail.
And I'm guessing Willow. Oh, Willow's already with us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Enjoying yourselves, I see.
This is great. Thank you for bringing us here.
Right, of
The
course.
bottle out of the Massey bucket. Hi, Massey.
Blurp.
It's
The drinks
It's not the sound effect of
are
a blurp,
amazing.
He just says blurp.
Oh, come here, you big pile of goo. And I take the bucket and I put it in my lap.
no, God. Well, all of you deserve it. Well, all of you deserve a bit of fun.
T-shirt.
So
Happy
do
you're
you.
happy.
I'm gonna
Well,
start dropping peanuts into Massey's bucket for him to eat.
Not that I'm. Believe me, I'm having my own version. But I always do enjoy being here, and I enjoy being home. I enjoy.
Esmeralda, is this your happy face?
Is this your happy face?
Yes.
It looks... Okay, good to
I
know. It looks
nudge him.
exactly like your mad, upset, scared, happy, and pissed off face. Good to know.
Vonthorn is just like bouncing up and down in her seat, all excited for Esmeralda.
Well,
So, Emmy,
mm,
when
I'll
When
forgive
are
you
you-
this once.
when are you two getting, married.
Yeah.
And tying the knot. Question that we all want answered. And I am the only one drunk enough to ask it.
That is a very good question, too. Now that you two are reunited.
And it feels so good.
By the way, that roll I made for you to get drunk is over the course of the night. So you are at your most drunk whenever you guys leave this place.
Oh, okay, all right.
So
still,
she's
kinda
getting
buzzed
there.
right now.
She's
she's
getting
getting there.
Still drunk.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
she's yeah, of course. Oh well, it's oh god, I'm not sure really. I mean, darling,
Maybe
go
maybe
ahead.
a better question to ask. Are you two gonna pick up from where you left off and then actually make plans for it?
Are you going to travel with us?
And she turns to Callum. Are you?
That sounds like it would be everything I've ever wanted, but
Do it.
That sounds like a butt.
She just gently
You've always
squeezes his
wanted a
arm.
harem.
there's always...
Who are you speaking to?
Wait, and what did you say? Out of character.
You've always wanted a harem. That's what you've always wanted.
No. Gods, no.
This eye twitches. This eye
If you
twitches.
travel with us, it's a harem. Is
Well,
it not?
Esmeralda is actually, her eye is twitching.
Sleeping. I'm not finishing that sentence.
Yeah,
I mean, technically, it's not a harem. We have Massey.
And I point to the bucket.
Massey is an ooze.
Madi is adorable.
He is a
Massey
lovely
an
ooze.
That just means he can do it anyway.
Darling.
I would love to travel with you. That sounds like so much fun, and I mean that sincerely with
Do it.
all of you, but I have some
And-
responsibilities I need to take care of.
Mm.
To
You
both the
do.
guilds and the Shashi. I've sworn my allegiance, and I have a duty and a purpose that I love.
Esmeralda actually genuinely smiles at that last statement.
I didn't think I'd ever find a feeling like that. Or he looks over at you and grabs your hand and squeezes it like this. Ever again. I spent a year as a wraith. After that, I was whatever I am now. I have a life I can be proud of. Whatever kind of life it is. And I don't want to leave that behind. I do mean it that you guys would all be very entertaining to travel with.
It's mainly just Esmer yelling at us. It's not that
Then
entertaining.
I can believe
Oh. Then I do whatever I want and don't listen to Esmeralda. So.
I can also believe that.
And we teach Massey a lot of things as well on the way.
She looks over to the bucket.
Blurp. Primordial.
And I'm just enjoying my time with everyone.
Right. Well, to answer your question, I'll say this. Originally, we were debating finalizing the marriage much faster. However, I still wanted my brother home. And as selfish as they may seem, he's still the best friend I've ever had.
We were also planning a summer wedding, and I think that's pretty much out, given the context.
Right, I forgot. I mean, it does produce the best flowers, but...
Right, but I mean, what are we gonna do? Stand under a shady tree, a strong wind blows, and congratulations, you just married a pile of ash.
Hey, summer nights are lovely.
Yeah. You could still do like a summer night thing.
Right.
Summer night.
And never mind my poor...
That sounds like a dream. No. But if anything, I feel like and also, it would kill me if I tried to walk down the aisle without him. Oh gods. Oh no, yeah. I think having him there and having him home first is mainly my priority still. But now I'm questioning that just because, well, I'm not so sure how future events can go. And I know I'm being dramatic and very, what's the word I'm looking for? Not apocalyptic. Pessimistic? I don't know, I always tend to focus on the worst, outcome. The worst possible outcome. But now with this whole invasion with the wormlings,
I'm just imagining everybody in the booth all simultaneously saying, "We know."
We already did the series recap.
Right. With the invasion with the red dragon wormlings. Well, I just hope I hope he still comes home after all this is done.
So what you're saying is
There's a chance.
There's a chance. Also, that we may just need some time to properly plan things out while we look for your brother, so that way we can bring your brother home in time for the wedding.
Well, you know where his brother or her brother is.
Well, no. His duties and his responsibilities take priority always.
So we need to kidnap him then.
Do not.
I'll do that.
No.
You know...
Or, write a special get a special permission for him to leave duties for a weekend.
Please, no.
Before any of that happens, he looks over at Willow. You know, you are remarkably willing to break the law for somebody who is effectively law enforcement.
You kept cutting out just now.
Fucking Christ. He looks at Willow and goes, "You are remarkably willing to break the law for somebody who is effectively law enforcement."
Please, she's as subtle as a carriage wreck.
She's also been drinking.
She also has a crush
We're not
on
going
him.
to talk about that. I have no such thing. Excuse you.
Sure.
I still have yet to meet this brother, too, to see what all the fuss is about.
You really should have seen him in the bathhouse. That was a day to remember.
Oh, please, I still try to...
Great, Red.
As soon as I learn how to fabricate memories and also erase memories, that is the first thing that will be leaving my mind.
Oh man,
It's a nice ass.
Oh.
Oh, too soon?
Too
soon.
But yes, if anything, his responsibilities and his priorities come first. I want him to be safe and secure and not have any additional worries before he comes to the wedding.
So, another thing you're saying is, while there is definitely a chance for a wedding to actually occur, it's going to take some time, which means we can pretty much take the time we need to plan you an amazing bachelorette party.
Yes.
I
Perfect.
would much rather be planning to see what our next move is, since well, we have an offer from the king himself to continue to travel to the rest of the fiefdoms.
Oh shit!
Well,
I just remembered the good berry. Oh,
Right.
probably
So,
never gonna see that again.
I mean,
I
I
spent so
if
much gold on
only-
it.
If only you had just learned that somebody you know could possibly get a message through
Yeah.
the Errant
right,
Guild to
right.
somebody else
No.
you know who
Yeah,
might
Oh,
be
of
related
course
with the
not.
Errant Guild.
yeah, we just need to let them know, hey, we were here.
Darling, I can handle that. Don't. I have a.
Excellent.
So,
But while we do all that, we can plan the wedding on the side.
Oh, yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
And your bachelorette party.
Gothic
Yes.
bright pink.
she just stares.
All pastels.
Bright pink fits her.
But with
Bright
like a
pink and
gothic
pastels
vibe,
fit her.
you know, like ancient gothic castle if My Little Pony threw up on it.
What the hell is my little,
It's this weird cartoon drawing series that we used to get.
What's
back
a
at Twinspire.
cartoon?
What?
It's
What?
like
Yes,
little drawings that people would do, like
Uh-huh.
graffiti kind of things. But this one
Yeah.
told a story.
Was that sort of like a local cultural thing with you at the
It was, but
Twinspire Isles?
weirdly, a bunch of the guys on my ship,
Little
they also
Seahorse.
really liked it. They called themselves the Sea Bronies.
Oh,
They really had a deep following of it. You know, it was very like from port to port. They would find other graffiti so they could follow the story of it. You know, it was really interesting.
Sounds like a cult.
My little
Darling.
Seahorse.
That I associate that with cult behavior. No.
oh my
Um,
god.
if anything, I still have some investigating to do before we leave, but
Mhm.
I didn't want to mention this because I wanted all of you to have your fun and your merriment, as it were.
Planning weddings is also fun.
Well, you've never planned a wedding, darling.
On that note, I think
You do know she has the most family members out of all of us, right?
And Valthon is just looking at you with raised eyebrows. Is like, I told you of my family.
Oh, right. Well, have you planned the wedding? Or
got to
have
be
you just
part-
been involved?
I've been involved, and it was a lot of fun. If you
Well-
did you have plans previous to everything happening that you wanna like pick back up, or?
Well, I mean, I had pretty much everything sorted out at the time, but it's been a year, and I'm sure all of that has fallen through, including the flowers. Unfortunately.
Lost your deposit, didn't you?
Yes.
It was years ago,
Yeah.
so they probably canceled.
Yeah, of course.
I mean, if you need like a couple performers, I can get word out to my brothers.
And she's
Um,
actually like poking her clawed fingers together and looking off to the side, not into like anything or whatever. She's just like,
As precious as I find that offer, I actually had some other entertainment in mind as she glances down to the stage.
You're gonna
But I-
fuck him.
What?
Her fiance? Yeah, she's probably gonna fuck him.
Yeah, that's the entertainment she's talking about.
No, I think she was-
instead the drag queens, ones that are performing here that we're watching.
You're gonna fuck them?
Well,
You're so
oh,
much more fun when you're drunk.
What is
right.
fucking? Nope, I know what that is. Massey slips back.
Is this Massey? Yes!
Oh.
Oh, yay!
Why would you
No.
do that as entertainment? Oh,
Eh.
yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Memory coming
well-
back. Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Wait, whose memory? Mine or his?
His.
Massey's.
Yeah.
It's not that his memory is coming back. He has a magical ability that lets him understand language. Part of that
Right.
Mhm.
is that when he views a word, he just knows what it means. If you've ever seen or read any of the what was that book series called? The one with the little the little boy who's a criminal mastermind. What's his name?
Artemis Fowl.
Artemis
That one,
Fowl?
Yeah, Artemis Fowl. If you've ever read those books, there's this one creature that has been like trapped in a time paradox for like hundreds of years, but they have the gift of understanding language. And so like, he doesn't understand why he understands the language, but every time they bring up a new word, he just instantly knows what it means and goes through every definition and simile of, and it's hilarious. Basically what Massey does.
Okay,
Yeah,
to
as-
understand things.
So you already have a basic idea of what you want for the entertainment, like music-wise and whatnot.
Oh, right. No, I mean, like, again, everything was almost completely finished by the time it ended. I just had to wait for my brother to come home.
So maybe the plan should be we work our way to getting things sorted out, and we do that work our way towards your brother, cleaning up the messes, doing our job as we go.
How about we focus on getting your soul back first before
I
any of
haven't
that?
I haven't lost it yet.
It could just potentially be taken one day, so we should probably make sure that doesn't debt comes a calling. That would be good, and we should probably get the Goodberry back.
Which,
Yeah,
as a reminder, the statue has been offered as the payment for completing this route around the kingdom.
Right.
Yeah,
So, if anything, how about we
do
make
our
that
job,
our
get the
first priority?
do our job, get the statue on the plan out the wedding, and figure out where your brother is. And then if we have upon your brother along the way and he wants to join us, we pick him up and
Well, our
We'll
brother.
mix out with him. Very simple steps.
Please.
Willow was just sitting there, like, internal screaming.
I tuned out for a second, not gonna lie.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Great, you're already in character.
Yes, exactly. I was just about to say.
I tuned out for a second. It's
No,
fine.
that's holy. You're good. You're good, babe.
All you need to know is somebody mentioned Willow making out with
Aemon.
Yeah, Aemon.
Yep. I totally
Yeah.
was paying attention, yes, to whatever was just said.
She's in agreement. It's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess the step is, where do we go first?
getting
we
the
get
Goodberry.
Right.
Well,
so where do we
even-
what direction are we going?
Well, even if no, darling, that
The
you cannot
Goodberry's
go.
up.
No.
I don't know. The Goodberry is up. We need to go up.
No,
No,
after
no.
we get the Goodberry, because we
Yeah.
already got a plan for that. Don't worry about it. Don't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, remember?
The good
Yeah,
berry
yeah.
will come back here to
Mhm.
Grey Cap.
Isn't
Okay,
it gonna
all right.
We just need a and then we tell our contact, Garland.
I don't worry. I'll have that handled. However, afterwards, the problem is that we could either go. The easiest route would be to go to oh god, what was it? Karen, Corin, the other fiefdom to
Where
our
are we
left.
right now?
We're in Grey Cap.
No, I know, but like, right. But I'm trying to find it on the map, and I don't remember
It's the
what.
mountains at the northmost.
It's the
part
top.
of-
So we're at the very top fief.
Okay, so we need to go south.
Well, we need to. The thing is, we don't have the easy
'cause
access to
you're-
transportation as we did
so you're
before.
the job in question is to make a circle around the entirety of Erelon Kingdom.
Mm-hmm. Right. So
I
if
think
We're
it's actually
in Erelon.
Farland.
Right.
Is-
Farland is to the
Karen
yes,
is
it's to the east.
Karen
Karen is to the left.
other side, yeah.
Karin, yes, Karin is to the left, and Farland is to the right. So if anything, we're headed to Farland first. If we do agree to this,
Oh, I see. I am looking at the entire continent. I don't have a map of Erelon. Whoops.
That is, if you scroll up the chat, it was posted on April 3rd, 2021.
I'll pin it. I will pin it as everyone. No, can I not pin this? What the heck? What the hey?
I think that is something
can't pin
that Ryan has to. Because
well, yes,
you probably don't have admin access.
Mm-hmm. Well, if anything, yes, it's Farland, and that is Baron Richard's territory, actually.
Oh, yay! Yay!
Well,
I totally like this guy.
Dick.
Wait, was he there in the last episode?
He briefly. He's the wizard, the one with the isn't he a half elf?
Yeah, half elven
I think
dude.
he's actually just an elf.
Oh, he's just an elf. He's an elf.
The master of coin.
Yes, he is the master of coin.
Okay, yeah.
That guy is a dick.
And was he there in last session?
He was the one, not last, but the one before. Well, yeah, but he didn't speak necessarily. He spoke in the episode previous that episode 34. Where he was mentioning the magics that was possibly used to revive Lord Mirren.
The reason why I ask is that I, as Von Tharn, am trying to remember if she remembers what Baron Richard looked like.
The map is now in the group chat, by the way. I just reposted it.
Sweet.
On Instagram?
No, in general,
the Discord chat.
So much stuff.
I'm just trying to see if Von Tharn remembers who he is. From the times that everyone has interacted with all the barons in one point.
In the room, like all of the barons came into the room with the king. Like you guys did see him. He talked a little bit. You probably would recognize him. It was only yesterday for you, so.
Or earlier this morning.
That too.
Yeah. Unless it's past midnight already.
Probably.
Right.
Probably getting close.
Yeah. Probably.
So if anything, Farland is where we're headed to first. I haven't heard about any crises in Farland. I recall, Laston. I recall Goldfield. And of course there's Westmarsh, but I'm not sure. As soon as we take the contract for this mission, and we'll most likely be informed. Oh god, that reminds me. I'm still debating whether or not to tell my father about the Green Dragon. Oh.
Yep.
Assuming he doesn't already know.
I'm
with Annalise. You should probably let your dad know.
Right.
Yeah, I think he already knows.
Just in case. You never know.
Just in case. No. I mentioned being in hell. I mentioned being with the storm giants. I mentioned being very angry that he didn't tell me that the Shashi existed before I went to the caves. I mentioned Callum. I mentioned Massey. I did not mention the Queen.
Well,
so
at this note, I think we're going to take a break. This is going to be our intermission.
Right.
For the moment.
I might need this to actually be the end. Because I actually have stuff happening.
Yes.
Okay, but yeah, we got a late start, so I was going to go a little longer tonight. But if you need to get going, you definitely
Well, yeah, that will be all conversation to have while all of you are a little bit more so, right? And she'll hold the glass up. For now, just merriment and joy to all of us.
Love it.
To all of us.
All of us.
Yeah.
You guys
Clink.
your
I'm
glasses,
Clink Massey.
continue to drink through the night. stumble back into the castle, some of you with the help of a few of the guard, and make your way to various rooms where you are treated and sleep off copious amounts of alcohol and love sickness. And that is where we will pick up next week.
Yay! Sorry for the late start, you guys.
I'm bad at
Technical difficulties.
Yeah.
I'm
It
bad
was
at my
fun.
job, let's be real here.
No, you're fine.
Drag
We're
queens are not
professionals, we
disappoint.
promise.
Yeah, we're totally professionals if you can't tell.
Absolutely.
And also, I forgot we didn't do our promos because we were late. So please check everyone out on their social medias. Check out all of their projects. We
Yes.
have an Instagram. We have a Twitter. Oh, go ahead, Maddie.
And you guys should also check out the series finale for The Great Wizarding War. It just came out a few days ago. I play Narcissa Malfoy in that series, and it's an epic series that has been spanning, I want to say, like a decade of me personally knowing from the Kickstarter to the fan film to this now audio drama. It's just been an incredible labor of love, and everyone should go check it out if you haven't. Binge watch it. It's amazing, and it's an audio masterpiece. So definitely go check that out on the Broad Strokes YouTube channel.
Hey.
Speaking of Wizarding World, I am actually part of a narration podcast with Blazewing 2010 and Lay on it on twitch.tv, Blazewing 2010. And we are actually going through the first book of the Harry Potter series, the Sorcerer's Stone. And we also post the podcast on anchor.fm/The Idiot Book Nook, the official podcast name of what we do. I'm actually narrating this book, and Blazewing 2010 and Lady Punnet are voicing as the characters.
He's a great narrator. Seriously, go check it out. It's awesome. And I guess that's it.
That's going to be it. We have all of our
Yeah.
links in the description. You can go check out Patreons, Twitters,
Right.
Instagrams, all of that down there.
Mhm.
But people have got other places to be tonight, so that's where we're going to end things. I hope you guys had a great night, and don't let the bears bite.
Don't let
Don't let the bears bite, guys.